Hello? Is it on? Okay, I don't think it's on yet. Anyway, as I was saying, I feel like it's been getting smaller. And I don't know what to do about it. How do I, it's, it's making problems. You know? It's not, oh, we are on? Shit. You didn't hear any of that. But anyways, I don't know, honestly. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm Quants. Okay, where am I? Here I am. There I am. Yeah. I'm Quants. This is my new avatar that I'm using. I've got several versions of it. The name of this particular character is Experiment 4, but he's basically me. I named him after a Kate Bush song because Kate Bush is awesome. Haven't been live on YouTube in a little bit, and I figured I should because it's fun to do live things. Yeah. Over there you can see the Egbert cam. This is the cam that will keep an eye on Egbert. And the music in the background that you are hearing, hopefully, is from an album called Music from Outer Space by Bernd Kistenmacher, who is from Germany. It's from 1985, and it's a cool album. I really hope that you won't mind me using his music. I mean, it's from the 80s, you know. But he does have an online presence. Who knows? So, what's the itinerary for today? I'm gonna do some YTP editing, I'm gonna do some chatting, and I'm gonna have some fun. Yeah. First things first, I need a drink. This calls for my special drink. Wait, why did it... There we go. It is Beepus. The drink is Beepus. No, it's not Pepsi. It's Beepus. I need a sip of my delicious Beepus. I really do have a drink in front of me, though. It's unfortunately it isn't Beepus IRL. It's Cherry Coke, but it's Beepus. Let's just call it Beepus. Beepus is funny. That is a funny word, isn't it? This is my dance. I'll probably dance harder once the beat in this kicks in. It's 90 minutes long. So it should last the whole stream, hopefully. I have the volume turned down lower than I did last time, because, you know, lesson learned. I love Alexi Perala. We needed a break. It was a mutually agreed upon break between myself and Alexi Perala. Oh, there goes my beepus. I was gonna move it and then it disappeared. There we go. And by the way, this background is from the Boards of Canada website. That's right. I like Boards of Canada. And I'm excited about the new album. Anyone else excited about the new album? I know I am. I'm so excited to hear the whole thing. Actually, part of me thought about having Boards of Canada's old tunes as the background music for this stream, but then I decided against it because this would be more atmospheric. And Kistenmacher would be more atmospheric than Boards of Canada. What's Egbert doing? I knew it! The bastard. He doesn't know we have the camera on him, by the way. Also, you guys want to see a magic trick? Arf, I'm a fox now. It's the same Sona. It's just this Sona can take many forms, and this one is a fox. For an example, I actually prepared a couple extras just for this stream. So this is my original character experiment for the hedge. Donut steal. Donut steal. Maybe I can find a picture of a steel donut to use for this one. I'll do that right now. Tools, color, transparent. That's the best tool to use when searching for PNGs. Is tools, color, transparent. Save link as, and then I will save... Wait, no, it's save image as. You're seeing right now... Oh, it's a WebP file. Are you kidding? I hate those. I had to deal with that last stream. I downloaded an image I needed for a YTP, and it was a WebP file. I mean, that should be easy to convert. I just have to use Photoshop. Maybe I can go into the corner. Oh, you don't get to see that yet. Wait, which... Here's my desktop. Desktop reveal. That's the donut I'm trying to save. I just need to export this. How do I... Okay. Beepus. Where's my beepus? I need a drink. Beepus. There it is. There we go. Refreshing. Anyway, now I have to add the prop. So my avatar is going to freeze for a sec. What the... There we go. Do not steal. Do not steal my original character experiment for the Hig. For some reason last night I was legitimately, not kidding, contemplating what would happen if this Sona in the Sonic the Hedgehog Mobian type form met Cold Steel the Hedgehog, sorry, aka the world's greatest Sonic OC. I came to the conclusion that we probably wouldn't get along because basically he's a poser. No matter how cool he thinks he is, he's a poser. Although we do both like Nine Inch Nails, which is cool. The only difference is I like them because of their music and he listens to them probably because he wants to be edgy. Anyway, there's one more version. Oink status. Haha, I'm funny. These are all the same Sona. It's just different forms because I am a shapeshiftus. That's the technical term. I'll go back to this one because I like it. The kangaroo from the last one, I would have used that one. I tried to make a model of it for this stream, but when I tried using it, it was messing up. Like, the head wasn't doing this. You know, when I tilt my head, it tilts the head in the avatar. For some reason, my kangaroo Sona wasn't doing that, so I kind of have to be experiment for this stream. Oh, and don't ask about the weird looking tendrils coming out where my arms should be. It's a glitch. And they're also an illusion. I like this music. Beepus? Yeah, Beepus. I'm looking at the chat on my phone, and no one has chatted yet. But I have a feeling that people will eventually. What other props do I have? I have a plum. Just like the kind that Michael Rosen is. I like plums. Plums are tasty. You know what else is tasty? Pear. I like pears. I also like apples. Yeah. I should find another prop real quick. Because I want to have all my favorite fruits as props. Because why not? I love fruit. Ooh, the beat's kicking in. Okay, I found the image. This better not be a WebP file. Okay, it's a PNG. Good. No conversion is needed. One of my other favorite fruits, genuinely. Persimmons. Not this variety. This was just the best image I could find. Persimmons. I love persimmons. Every autumn, I try to eat one persimmon. Yeah. It's like a cross between an apple and a pumpkin and a carrot and a tomato. Like, it's crunchy, it's sweet, depending on the variety. But it's orange and it has a lot of beta carotene, so it kind of just has that sort of carrot pumpkin flavor. Okay, go away. Now, I could get straight into editing the video, or I could chat for a little longer. How far am I into the music? 13 minutes. How far am I into the stream? 15 minutes. I had to check OBS for that. I have this background, but I can swap it out for another one, if this would please you. This is the... Okay, here's... Oh, it's smaller, apparently. This is the other background from the Boards of Canada website. Yeah. It's cool. I kind of like this one, actually. All analog synths. I love Berlin School. Berlin School is one of my favorite music genres. That will be, in fact, that will be the genre of my next album, which will be coming out eventually. Sometime this year, definitely. I don't know when, but that's the genre. It will be a Berlin School album, and I had a lot of fun making it, and it is good, and you should listen to it when it comes out. Okay, anyway. I think it's time we stop dilly-dallying. I'm gonna be in this corner because I have been a bad boy. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh, there's X. That's X. He's my boyfriend. My character's boyfriend. He's doing a little dance. He can be doing that the entire time. Alright, now we have Vegas. This is the Vegas... This is just the project... The, YTP that I was working on... Not in the last stream, but I did this a few days ago and uploaded it on his 80th birthday. By the way, the thing I'll be working on today will not be for the birthday collab. It will just be a standalone video. I don't want to start work on my entry until that collab gets announced. So, and that hasn't happened yet. But just a refresher.
Hot dog dinner. When I was 6, I ate a bag, and it was a bag of peanuts. I mean, wieners like that kind of you put on hot dogs did. So me and my brother, we sit up in bed making a line of hot dogs, and I ate the lot. So my brother kills me.
So yeah, this video was inspired, if you're not already aware, by Fimrod, the YTP creator. He posted a video to YouTube that was just called a compilation of short and unseen videos, and he explained that he had a thing with Alex, who also makes YTPs, or made YTPs, that they had a contest to basically, or dared each other, sorry, to make a video titled Hot Dog Dinner in 30 minutes. Fimrod posted his, Alex didn't post theirs, and then later JXN did a version, but JXN didn't do the 30-minute time limit thing. I made this on a 30-minute timer, and my very good friend, Red Stinger Zero, was there when I made it. This end bit with the 5-second long this was a literal last-minute decision. I had like 30 seconds left, and I was like, I could just put this here. Like, even the watermark was very last minute. I finished all this, had to put the watermark in there in like a minute, and then added this picture. And then once the 30-minute timer was up, I just had to hit save and hit render. So, working under time constraints can be fun. It is a bit of a challenge. I don't think this will top Fimrod's original version, but still. What we're going to do is make a new project in Virus Pro. Tip 1, always disable resample. That's something that I learned from the great and the wonderful Vraze Gray. I should probably switch to streaming my entire desktop, actually, so you can see the windows. Desktop reveal, or desktop icons reveal. Disable resample, that's something I learned from Vraze Gray. Frame rate. Allow source media to better match project. I think the Michael Rosen ones are 25. I'll leave it at 30 for now. I can always... It'll ask if I want to automatically adjust it. I have in my notes app on my phone a bunch of ideas that I have written down. Some of which I would like to use in this video. I keep all my Michael Rosen videos in this folder. We just need to bring a file in order to set the frame rate and the resolution. Looking at my list right now, that's a decent idea. I'll bring in the Michael Rosen wrap. Add that to the timeline. And then set the project. Trim it way, way down, because all I really need is the intro.
The Michael Rosen.
Cut it there. Actually, I do need to get a screenshot of the, just the background, so I can edit the text. So I'll screenshot this, or snapshot this, save it, and I will bring that in. Where's my Vegas stills folder? There it is. These are various stills from Vegas that I've had to take screenshots of for various purposes. Like wide Michael and double Michael, double exposure, and also the wolf from Nupagadi. That wasn't from a YTP, although I have thought about making a YTP with that as a source before, so never say never. So, what do I need to do? I need to insert a video track. So I just need him to say the Michael Rosen. Good enough, for now at least.
Rosen.
Okay, so now I'm going to crop this picture. Wrong setting. I don't want it to stretch. I wonder... It's probably possible. I just haven't figured it out yet. Because again, I'm relatively new to Vegas. I've always used Premiere. Actually, no, that works just fine. So, there we go. But now I need to add another video track and insert some text. Sample text here. The joke is going to be the Michael rosin. Rosin being the stuff that you put on a violin bow to make it sticky. And then I'm going to insert a quick gag of a violin sound, maybe from a song. So to make it center, actually. Okay. I could change the font. I don't remember what the font is that Michael Rosen actually used for those original videos, or even for the HD versions. I'll just use Verdana because it's the default. Sure, I'll add a drop shadow as well. Just a bit of drop shadow. There we go. And I will drag it here. Make it a bit smaller. I apologize, by the way, if the mic drifts. I'm having to hold it in my hand because I don't have a mic stand. So there we have the Michael Rosin.
The Michael Rosin.
I mean, it's pronounced rosin. I'm not gonna bother changing the sentence mixing. So then I just need to find, gee, what could I use? I've probably got some classical, actual classical music, but part of me wants to use like Venetian snares or something. That's actually probably a good idea. I could use, let's check my downloads. I don't pirate music, I swear. There we go. Perfect. That will be a perfect song. And then I'll just put in a clip of Michael rapping and then speed it up like way, way fast. Because the gag's only gonna last like a couple seconds. Now, I want to go to properties. And wait, I could just use the time compress. I can only get up to 400% though, and I want like 8,000. Okay, maybe not that high, but you know what I mean. Okay, I want to make it like 6 seconds long. Maybe 5 seconds long. There we go. Oh, it didn't work. I don't need the audio. I will insert an audio track and move it down. And here I will insert like the first few seconds of this song. Pause the music. That is good enough. iTunes reveal. There's Vegas. There it is. So I could have it like cut off too, though. Hang on. Let's see how that flows.
The Michael Rosen.
No, it's got to come in right away.
Michael Rosen.
Okay, if it cuts here, it's funny. And then I need a picture of a violin. Okay, Firefox reveal. I might get into these tabs later if I decide to stay in chat, which there's a real possibility of. Violin. Okay. Color, transparent. The violin on the Wikipedia. Okay, this is a good picture. That's a good picture of a violin. I'm going to save this picture of a violin and put it in my YTP assets folder, where I put assets for YTPs. I'm gonna change my avatar. Arf. Now I am the fox. And I have to tell you something that is breaking. This just in, I am gay. Therefore, this has been Fox News. Stupid. Alright, pictures, YTP assets. There we go. Now we have our lovely violin. I'm gonna change the window back to Vegas. I'll put that there though. So that should be good. I'll have to disable the Vegas window if I want to show anything else. So I'll just put. I may have it like crop in and like animate a bit. Actually, I think I'll do that now. Position, and then I'll just insert keyframes here and here and here, and then have it just like go around. So for this first keyframe, and then I'll do like one of these and just have it go here for some reason. I'm just kind of going arbitrarily. And then for the final one, I'll just have it zoom in real close. And then it'll cut, smash cut to the next gag. And then I'll have the picture of the violin just slowly fade in. Opacity. Oh, right, I have to make it transparent. Color space, that's not the right one. Alpha channel. Okay, alpha channel. Straight. No. Alpha channel straight? I don't know. See, this happened last time. In the video I worked on in the last stream, I used a picture that had an alpha channel, the picture of the squeegee, and when I rendered it, it wasn't transparent. There was like a green background on it. And I'm not sure how that happened, because it was completely transparent when editing it. Okay, so just like opacity there, and then I'll slowly just have it increase in opacity.
Michael Rosen.
Okay, perfect. Now, to check my notes. Okay, so some ideas that I have written down. Please clap. I thought about using that one in the last stream. Something about the Dead Sea. Sentence mixing him to say Yas Queen, get that bag, but getting Yas from Science Museum backwards. Okay, Wacko Warner appears on screen. Holy shit, it's Nengilol. Let's see, oh, you know what I need to do? Somewhere I have a recording. It's on YouTube, but it's Michael Rosen reading poems from The Hypnotizer. on a cassette in the 80s. And some of them are similar to the videos that he posted where he performs them, and others are different. Like Strict is pretty much a completely different poem in that version. I know I have it saved, I just have to find it. I don't know where I saved it to. I like this music. I've saved a lot of videos. Do you know what I'm just scrolling through and I'm already just thinking of jokes. I downloaded this when this happened because I'm a bit of a logo nerd. So I downloaded this. I feel like I could use that somewhere. For those unaware, the logo for TAC Communications Company, this logo was not seen for like 40-ish years. It was seen at the end of programs created by Norman Lear, produced by Norman Lear in the 70s and the very early 80s. But then the logo disappeared because the next company that distributed the show's Embassy plastered their logo onto the end. It literally took until the end of 2024 for someone to find a copy of that logo in full. And it was incredible. I mean, the logo itself isn't that remarkable, but still, piece of lost media that was missing for like 40-odd years. So anyway, I might throw that in there. I will have that be there. I'm trying to find... Like, my ADHD is trying to take over. I just started taking ADHD meds like a couple weeks ago, and at first I thought it was helping, and now it's like I definitely need a larger dose. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine, it's just right now it's not at the dose it needs to be at to actually make me not broken. I need to sort by date modifier. I'm already doing that. Shit. I'm having to search for it. You'll be hearing the clicking sound because I have my system sounds set to be Windows XP noises. I know I have that saved. I can't find it right now. Maybe I could download it off YouTube. I can't find the full thing, but I do have an excerpt from it, which is a poem called Mistakes.
Mistakes. On my new super Wizzo electric typewriter, there's a thing called a correcting tape. If you make a mistake, what you do is press this button that's got an X on it, and the machine goes backwards, jumps up, and peels the wrong letter off the page. It's great. After a while, after you've made loads of mistakes and you've used the correcting ribbon a lot, the ribbon runs out. You have to take it off and put a new one on. I look at the old ribbon, and all the mistakes are stuck to it, where the ribbon peeled them off the page. It's like the ribbon has remembered all my mistakes, and you can sit and look at them, all there in a long line, stuck to the ribbon. Hey, what if you could have a correcting ribbon for all the mistakes you ever made, like the time you called the teacher mummy and everyone laughed?
I never did
And the
that.
time you lied about sticking pins in the lipstick. And really awful
Why would I do
things,
that?
like the time you screamed at your mum, "I don't like you, no one likes you, not even Dad."
Jesus.
And all these mistakes were on some correcting ribbon, and you could take it out of your drawer and look at them. I'd feel really terrible looking at all mine.
Yeah, so would I, Michael. Oh, I found it. There it is. Whole thing. So that was mistakes from that tape. I could use that. I definitely could, like, have a bit just in there where Michael just suddenly goes like, I don't like you, no one likes you, not even Dad. I could have that be in there. What else? What else is in my notes? I had an idea for a joke that I could use involving a Smosh video. I could bring that in. I think it's every Wendy's ever. Yeah, because there's something in there about baked potatoes, and I was like, I could have a Michael Rosen thing be in there. But back to this. Now I'm like, I'm kind of at a bit of an impasse, unfortunately. I want to edit something here, but I'm just not feeling it quite yet. Should I make X go away? X is still doing his little dance. He looks like he's having fun. He's a fun friend. Look him go. Oh. Whoa. Fun dance friend. No, I'll keep him here. There, because he's cute. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to change the avatar again. Okay, do not steal. I'll give myself the... Oh, come on. Why does it keep disappearing? There we are. Donut steal. Back to Vegas.
The Michael Rosen.
Okay, I like that. Okay, something involving Michael Rosen rap can go next, because I had a couple ideas.
When I was 4, I ate the dog's dinner. When I was 5, I was in a band playing drums.
Okay.
Channel. When I was 2, I ate Rosen rap. When I was 1,
When I was 1, that's the first bit.
Was 2, I ate a soapy flannel. When I was 3, I started getting thinner. When I was 4, I ate the dog. I ate the...
Oh yeah, there's some whispering at the beginning of this section of the music.
Rosen rap. When I was 1, I... One. When I was 4, I ate the dog's dinner. When I was 5, I was in a band playing drums. When I was 6, I ate...
Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
A bag of plums.
So, the joke is gonna be, when I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums.
I ate 1. Ate a bag. Plum. I was 1, I ate 1 plum.
Okay, and then when I was 2, I ate 2 plums.
A soapy flannel. 2, I was 1, I swam the English Channel. When I was 2, I ate a...
Okay.
When I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate... One, I swam the English Channel. When I was 2, Lift 2. Lift 2. When I was 2, I ate 2.
And then we can just copy plum from here and paste it, because that is convenient. So
when I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums.
there's like a breathe in here.
When I was
Okay, I can get rid of that and then move everything over.
When I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums.
And so it went on. What video is that from? Shram and Shettle, I think. Actually, I could get that from May and have him be like counting afterwards. That'd be funny. This is how I come up with ideas for YTPs. Part of it is me looking at my notes that I write down, and part of it is me coming up with extra shit on the spot. I should get rid of that. There we go. So, unfortunately, you may now steal. Don't though, because it will make me sad. Okay,
take 1, put it in my mouth. May takes 1, Noakes 1, 2. She puts it in her mouth. I take 1, 3 into my mouth. May takes 1, 4 in her mouth. And so it went on. 131. Was 2, I ate 2 plums, and so it went on. 131.
$131 of this.
More people out of work. That was 40 years ago.
Years from 40 years ago. And then babysitter is, I need a few months of this.
I'd be upstairs, into bed, in a flash. Anyway, after a few months of this,
put that there.
Years of this. 1 years of this.
There we go. Now we have this bit, and I should probably save just so I don't lose it. What will I call it? I'm bad at naming things. Stream video 2. Because it's the second one. Here's what we have so far.
The Michael Rosen. When I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums. And so it went on. 131 years of this.
Okay, that is the beginning of the video, and then I want it to be at least like 45 seconds long. Boards of Bulgaria. Why your voice sound like a TTS. I don't know. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah, looking at my notes. I could do the hot food thing. I could do the Yas Queen thing. God. I have too many ideas. And, like, none of them are good to be put like, right here.
I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums. And so it went on. 131 years of this.
Hmm. This is a thing that I will have to think about. Hmm. Why don't I take a little bit of a break from editing for now and do some other things to sort of refresh the brain, which is in my head. Trust me, I have a brain. Is in there. So, what will I do for the next 15 odd minutes? Oh yeah, I had to look up the violin. I'll just look at this. One of my favorite things is linguistics. I like learning about languages and things along this line. So there's a Wikipedia article for just Indo-European vocabulary. Shows the word in Proto-Indo-European and then how it evolved in different languages from different branches. Germanic, Romance, Greek, Iranian, Slavic, Baltic, Celtic, Armenian. So many. I don't know. What's the Proto-Indo-European word for egg? Let's find out. There we are. It's hoyom. That's the word for egg. And if speaking of egg, Egbert is still there. What is he doing? He's plotting. I know he's plotting. No, go away. Change the avatar again. Oink status. I've already made that joke. I don't care. So this evolved into what in Old English was I. The word egg actually comes from Old Norse. Because there was Norse influence in English as well. Because of the Danelaw in Anglo-Saxon England, where the Vikings took over the western part of England. Or was it the western part? Eastern? Eastern part, I think, yeah. Sometimes I get those confused. But the native English word was I, which became a, but that fell out of use and egg became the main one. Hoyom became ovum in Latin and oion in ancient Greek. And apparently hagai in Pashto, yayo in Polish, w in Welsh, etc. I love stuff like this. Etymology, historical linguistics, language families, writing. Those are all things that I'm interested in. I'll get back to editing in a bit. Again, I promise. I just need to take my mind off it for a sec. Words. Okay, we have bodily functions and states, like pissing and shitting and coming. Is that what they mean? Okay, we have peu, to drink. Which doesn't have a direct word in English, but it's... words descended from it are in English because of Romance languages, like potable and imbibe and potion and poison. Bibo was the old Latin word for it. Potus was drink noun. We have geus, to taste, which is apparently descended into the word choose. We also have kl, bald or naked. Kalvus, which meant bald. Kulva in Sanskrit, which meant bald. Skipping that one. See, this is just stuff I'm interested in. What else do I have in my tabs? John Cage, because I think he's pretty cool. One of these days I want to perform one of his pieces. Like one of his variations pieces. Where you have to have like these like transparency pieces and you have to draw on a map of wherever you're performing in order to find out for how long and what instruments and where you're going to be performing them, etc. I think that's interesting. I like modern music composition like he does. What else? I was reading the Popol Vuh, which was the document written by the Quiche Maya people. And in these tabs I have Swadesh lists on Wiktionary, which is, it's a list of words. That's really it, but it's meant to be used for comparing languages. It's just a standardized list is all it is. Same words translated into numerous languages, which can then be used to compare and contrast languages in different families. The two that I have up for whatever reason, I genuinely don't know, are Arabic and Sanskrit. Not even in the same language family. Sanskrit is Indo-European, Arabic is Semitic. Oh, also Garkov, which is something that Red Stinger introduced me to. Look at this. Hut. Stomp. This ought to wake me. What an epic. I also have EAS tools, because I guess I have a NOAA weather radio channel going into here.
This hazardous weather outlook is for north.
Okay. And this song by Project 4. I would play a sample. That's all I can play because I don't want Robert Fripp suing me. Okay, back to editing. OBS. There we are. Now we will continue the editing of the YouTube. Now that I've had that brief interruption. Not interruption, it was my own doing. Maybe I could just immediately cut to... yeah. This will just be a dump of ideas, I guess. So, the outing is the video I need. There it is.
To play us London's Burning just now, is it? Right. As you know, it was our plan to go out today to the Science Museum. Now,
Ooh, the music is getting faster.
1 years of this. Now.
Split.
Science now.
Climb.
What? Now let us play this video backwards and see what happens.
Us. Us. Us.
Okay, Queen I can get from the project. Here we are.
And then he asked, "Who is the Queen of Holland?" There was silence. No one knew who was the Queen of Holland. Miss Goodall looks
I like playing stuff backwards.
Who is the Queen of Holland?
Queen of
Get that. I can get from Tea Time. Where's that? There it is.
My mum says, once you get that bum years of this. Now Queen get that.
And tighten up the pacing a bit.
Now Queen get that
Bag from My Dad Calls Me, I think.
bogies. I call him Nag Bag.
It fades out. And have them overlay just a bit.
Is it this? Now Queen get that bag.
Not quite, okay.
Bag.
There we are. I could probably have something go immediately before there. Or maybe not. I'll let this video fade out, actually, and then fade another video in, and that will start the next scene. Nah, it would only really work if the next clip also faded in. Okay, I had another idea that I could possibly put right here.
Harry.
The fade in on that one is too quick.
Horrible.
Okay,
Horrible.
that might work. I just need an H sound.
Help me.
And then jam roly poly from the Hollywood. Because I want him to say holy fuck. I know I've already made him once say holy Christ on a stick, but this is going to be different, I promise. Right, the Hollywood. What the fuck is it? There it is. Sometimes there are too many videos.
What there was. There was apple pie. Don't like that. There was jam roly poly. Like that. There was jam roly poly.
There we are. Stick it here. Okay.
Bag. Holy.
Shit. How do I get that sound? I have to use the transcript. And the song is still going. I have a feeling it's in, like, Train to Hell or something. Oh yeah, Passing Ships. That's what it is. Train to Hell.
Bloody years. And then on the coast, got so bored, I used to take pot shots at passing ships.
Just cut out the ps. Split again. No, split, damn you. There we are. Now delete this, and you get here.
Holy shit.
I thought it was funny to have the pause be there. It might not work out.
Holy shit.
Okay, now I need to download a video. Beep, 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 beep. Copy link, and then I have to open my YouTube video downloader program. Make sure it's in MP4 format. Now hopefully I'll be able to import it into the project. Changing the avatar again. Yeah. And the music is still going. I will never stop the music because the music is life. I'm not looking at the chat. Has anyone said anything? Nope. Go to my YouTube videos folder and import this. And then go to another folder so I can find a specific picture. That might work. I could have it totally be the wrong, picture and have him still say it anyway. That might be funny, but it would also be inaccurate. And Lord knows I don't want to be inaccurate in this funny edited YTP video. I forgot about this picture. Okay, this will work. So, sometime before this, I'm just going to have a picture pop up on screen, and that's what he's going to be reacting to. And this will be the picture.
Bag.
So, I will crop it. And come on. Crop, damn you. Is it locked? No. Weird. I can't crop it. It's not letting me do that. I'm just trying to move the damn picture. Come on. Whoa, spoopy sounds. I can't crop the picture. Why can't I crop the picture? It's not letting me move it. Come on. It's just not letting me move the picture. Fuck. Maybe if I put it on a different timeline, it would work? No, it's not working. Maybe the picture's too small? It won't even let me use the presets. What if I add another video track? And then try it in that video track. Yeah, I don't know. The joke's not gonna work if I can't position the damn picture.
Holy shit.
The next clip that has to go in will be this.
Sound.
Oh, come on.
Souse. Queen.
What the? What the f? I apologize for that. So there was a bit of a technical problem with the video I downloaded, and the audio was glitching, so I had to download it in another format, and now I have to convert it. Where's Handbrake? There it is. I need to convert it. I can't, for some reason I can't directly import it as this, because otherwise we have that glitch problem. Yes, we back, hopefully. So, I'm gonna import the newly converted video. Please work, please work, please work. Okay, it works.
Somebody says Nangilol.
I just need to put this in here. So
Now, Queen, get that bag. Holy shit.
Nangilol.
So that's gonna be the joke. It's just I need to put a picture in there, and for some reason I can't crop it and position it properly. So the picture's gonna be here, and then I'm just gonna... Every time I try to crop it, it just won't move. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Nothing is locked. I'm still new to Vegas, so this could just be a fault. Like, it could be my fault. I entirely do not know. Maintain aspect ratio. See, not even that will let me change it. See, in Premiere, I could grab the picture in the window and move it around physically. Can't do that in Vegas. How the fuck do I move this around? This is annoying. The joke can't work if the picture is right in the damn middle of the picture of the frame, which it shouldn't be. This was yeah, I guess I'll have to fix it later. As much as I don't want to and would rather just fix it now. The picture is not cooperating. If none of the presets are working. It's not even like, is it the picture itself? Do I have to use a different picture? No, this one's not moving either. What the shit? Did I do something that meant I can no longer crop the picture? Like a shortcut I'm not aware of? Or am I actually gonna have to Google this? See, I can't move the picture of the violin now either. What the hell? I can't adjust the, Oh, there it is. Okay. I think I might have to add a keyframe. No, that didn't do anything either. It's just not letting me move the picture. Alright, I just realized you can't exactly see what's going on, can you? Here. See, it's like the crop window is just sort of locked. I can't do anything with this picture. I need to move it, and again, I'm new to Vegas, and this is not something I've ever had to deal with. I can create a mask on it still. But that's not what I need. I need to crop it and move it. Do I have to crop and move the mask? No, because it's not working. Apply to effects, yes. It's like that spotlight effect. I just don't know what is going on. How am I supposed to move the picture? The picture's not moving, and it usually does. That's very annoying. I'll move on. I'll just make the next joke and then keep going. Looking at the notes. Okay, now the problem is I'm just kind of running out of steam. I had a lot of ideas and I had a lot of hope, and now it's just like, where am I going with this? No one's watching. I don't know. I didn't want to quit because I wanted to do this, but I am reaching the point where I just don't really. Well, here's the thing. I got too frustrated with the picture not being able to move. I might. Yeah, that's the issue. Is I got too frustrated with not being able to crop this picture for whatever reason. So I'll save and leave the video here for now. I may come back to it later, but I'm gonna focus on other things right now. Yeah, I had to look up the that video by Nangilol, who hasn't posted in 4 years. I wonder how they're doing. I hope they're doing okay. So many tabs, so little time. This is by the same art. It's not the album that we're listening to, but it's the same guy. This is a music album by a person. That's the deal with it. And words are always fun. There's an entire little thingy down here for Proto-Indo-European language. Let's see what is here. Alright, I'm not looking at the... There we go. This is an interesting concept to me, because it's like... I don't, doubt it at all. I'm sure that this is true. It's more just like, how are these pronounced? We know that there were laryngeal consonants in Proto-Indo-European that disappeared in basically all of the Indo-European languages, but we're not exactly sure how they were pronounced. We just know that they changed the quality of the vowel. There may be an H4. So H1 was probably H, H2 was probably like H or H or H, and H3 was probably like W, like this, or R. It was in the back of the mouth. That's what we know. And it was like rounded and voiced, like W. We have Pes, which became Pax, Fi, Sanskrit Pati, Latin Pascere, Indo-European Deu was Hittite Tuchai. Hittite was it was an Anatolian language. It's been extinct for a really long time, but the Anatolian languages preserved those laryngeals. So, but this word became Dhuma in Sanskrit, Fumus in Latin, and Thumos in ancient Greek. And then Hent, Chant, Anti, Ante, Anti. But Hent, that is the pronunciation. And then we, which became unkis in Gothic and unk in English, unk status. I'm funny, right? What's Egbert doing? He's still up there. He hasn't really moved all that much. I hope that Egbert eventually dies. Proto-Kartvelian. Georgian, basically. This is what became of Georgian. Or Georgian evolved out of this at some point. This is the language where you can have big words with many consonants, like kuprtskuni. What a fun word to say all the time. You ever wanted to tell someone that you peel us? Just say kuprtskuni. And they have an IPA transcription of Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Ყველა ადამიანი იბადება თავისუფალი და თანაწორი თავისი ღირსებითა და უფლებებით. მათ მინიჭებული აქვთ გონება და სინდისი და ერთმანეთის მიმართ უნდა იქცეუდნენ ძმობის სულისკვეთებით. I did my best. The music stopped. Let's play this music instead. So I tried to read that. There's a separate Wikipedia article for Georgian profanity, and apparently I looked at it at some point. Why don't we do this together? We have Atekhili. Oh. I just realized I could probably get demonetized looking at this. Shit. I mean, I'm not monetizing this stream anyway, but I don't want to get on YouTube's ass. I keep forgetting that YouTube streaming isn't like streaming on Discord to my friends. Tsinare kartveluri ena. Proto-kartveluri ena. Interesting. But what does this have to do with Indo-European? Influences. The ablaut patterns of Proto-Kartvelian are highly similar to those of the Indo-European languages. And so it is thought that Proto-Kartvelian interacted with Proto-Indo-European at a relatively early date. This is reinforced by cognates in the European, such as the Proto-Kartvelian mkerd, meaning breast, and its possible relation to Proto-Indo-European kerd, heart. Proto-Kartvelian tip, warm, may also be related to Proto-Indo-European tip, warm. Was that an ejective? The T underneath it. Yeah, ejective. T. These are interesting consonants. P, t, t, ch, k, 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 k. What a fun sound. So yeah, the laryngeals exist, and they make, like, looking at Proto-Indo-European text, when you see it in, like, the way that it's, like, spelled like this, is different from, like, because it's not really a phonetic, it is a phonetic representation, but it could be represented much simpler if they used, you know, IPA transcription. So this H2, you don't have to look at that and be like, oh, I have to pronounce that as an H2, not an H1 or an H3. They could just have a separate symbol for it. And in IPA, a ring underneath a letter means it's silent. Or, no, voiceless. So this N here wouldn't be N, it would be, and this R would be R. But in Proto-Indo-European notation, it just means it's labial, syllabic. Which in IPA would be represented by a line underneath it. Like a straight line underneath the letter would mean it's syllabic. But in Proto-Indo-European, they use a ring. So it's confusing. As someone who learned IPA first, and then Proto-Indo-European notation after. Heuhus, grandfather. Hittite hucha, Gothic awo, Latin avus, Armenian hav. Oh, and this is that word that Germanic doesn't have. Hertitos. It does not have a descendant in the Proto-Germanic because the Germanic peoples had a some kind of a taboo against saying this word. It's the word for bear. They thought that if you just said the word bear, a bear would be summoned. And that superstition was so strong that they started using a different word for it, which I think was based off of their word for brown. And that's how we get bear in English. Ruksha, Sanskrit, Latin ursus, Greek arctos, Hittite Chartagas, English bear. No descendants in Germanic. Well, should I end things? Why are my legs like that? What, though? Why are they so wide? I look like I'm about to fight someone with my huge ass legs. I'll end the stream soon, I promise. I don't want to leave people in the dust. Then again, what people? I don't think anyone's watching. Doing this on Twitch was fun. Doing it on YouTube was a bit less fun. I've actually gotten a bit into DJing recently. For real, I bought a mixing board for like 20 bucks, and it has a fader on it, so I can have two inputs and like DJ between them. I have a turntable, but I only have one, so if I want to use the turntable, I have to have like the other source be like a laptop or my computer. That type of thing. I just ordered a timecode vinyl, which should arrive soon, so I could control digital samples on my turntable, basically, and that'll be fun. What a fun song. I like music and other things.
Spread hazardous weather is low. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation will not be needed through...
What? Okay. This is the album we're listening to now. It is a good music. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the crop on this picture. I still am hung up on that because it's not supposed to happen. Look at this. I must have like enabled a shortcut by accident or something. What if I open this video instead? I should be able to edit pictures in here. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Should be anyway. See, yeah. Just it could be a setting in the other thing that I've enabled, and I'm not quite sure. Because again, relatively new to Vegas, it. I'm coming off of this from Premiere, and I'm still trying to figure out Vegas. There's still things I don't know, etc. There we are. There we are. Finally. So I just need to have the picture be like in the corner. There we are. And just have him say, "Holy shit, Nengi lol."
Now, Queen, get that bag. Holy shit.
Nangi lol.
Okay, the pause isn't as funny as I thought it was gonna be. Grab these, move them.
Holy shit.
Nangi lol.
There we are. There we have our little friend. I'm just gonna be real. I've always thought he was the cutest one. The whole thing with Dot is that she's the cute one. Nuh-uh. It's wacko. Look at him. He's long. But also look at him. He's fun. Yeah. Check my notes again. I still want to use the clip of him saying that thing. Where is it?
Really awful things. Like the time you screamed at your mum, "I don't like you. No one likes you, not even Dad." And all these mistakes.
Yeah. I'll use that somewhere in the video. Part of me wants to take an actual break. Is it not just like, you know, a couple minutes to do something else? I mean, like, pause the stream and then pick up later. Can I do that? I wonder if I can do that. I have to go into the settings here. Overlay for breaks. What would that do? I should change the picture. Because I liked the other one. I only changed it to this one because I wanted to demonstrate the fact that I could change the picture. It's just called bg.png. There it is. Fit to screen. There we are. Why are my leggies so wide? There we are. Right. I want to take a break, but I also want to pick up later. So I guess I'm just not sure how to do that without like fully ending the stream. That doesn't do anything, that just pauses the recording. I have to look this up now. No, if I stop, it'll disconnect, and that's not what I want. I want it to just pause. Because I want to take a break. Yeah, I will edit this text. Oh. There we go. And instead of having, you know, copyrighted music be in the background, why don't I play some of my own? There we go. I'll have my dark ambient masterpiece, The Second Horse, be the music while I'm on break, and edit this to say music by Quants. Okay. I will be back soon. Alright, thank you all so much for listening to my masterpiece while I was away. I made this myself. I could keep it going for the rest of the stream, because there's technically no copyright on it, because I made it myself. Here, I'll be Fox now. Yeah. That is fun. I'm the world's funnest fox. That's what they call me. Yeah. So back to editing. Oh, and X is still doing his dance. That's fun. And back to Egbert. Egbert is still being an egg, which means I hate him, and I hope he dies. Okay, I'm just gonna, just to get me back into it a bit, I'm just gonna do some rando funny thingies. Excuse me. Where's Michael? There he is.
And so it went on. 131 years of this. Now, Queen, get that bag. Holy shit.
Nangi Low.
I'll just do that thing that some people do where they just edit like a constant train of interconnected samples. So do I have something like that in my notes? I have something like that in my notes. Babysitter. I need the weedy little voice.
We're looking at each other. Come on, Brian, says my dad, getting a bit cross. Oh no, the moment I dread when Dad goes from being cheery to absolutely furious. In a weedy little voice, I say,
That's all I need. Okay. Import this.
Shit.
Nangi Low.
In a weedy little voice, I say,
Okay, next bit that I had in mind, which I wrote in my notes.
Useless information. I read in a book that
And then after that, I'll just sort of fuck around for a bit.
I read in a book that I read in a book
There we go.
that
What's a word that begins with R that I could have him say that is in this transcript? We're getting to the glitchy bit in the music. I made this song in one take. I did have to edit it a bit before I released it, but it was basically one take. If you want to buy it, it's on Bandcamp. It's called The Second Horse. And the picture, the album cover is a picture of an apple. Why is this the case? Fuck you, not telling. Spots in my eyes. Which I don't have. It's a joke about me, my Sona. I don't have eyes. I have no eyes, but I see everything. I see everything that you are doing right now.
fish tank, glass outside, water inside, and the spots are floating around in the fish tank.
There we go.
Around in the fish tank.
The waveform even looks like a fish. Holy shit. I just noticed it says, he says fish, and the waveform looks like a fish. That's amazing. I love that. I will never forget this discovery. Never forget today that you learned that the word fish looks like a fish. Oh. That was me eating something.
It's tea time. And we're sitting at the table. In the fish tank. In the fish tank. And we're sitting at the table.
We're just gonna keep this train going until I come up with another funnier joke.
Laura laughs if she sees a ball bounce. Laura laughs if she sees a ball bounce. At the table bounce. Presents. I gave my mum and mum and dad.
That was my DJ said. Okay, what do we have so far? Let's have a look.
The Michael Rosen. When I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums. And so it went on. 131 years of this. Now, Queen, get that bag. Holy shit.
Nangy load.
In a weedy little voice, I say, I read in a book that you're around in the fish tank. And we're sitting at the table, bounce. I gave my mum and
I could probably clean that up a bit later. I could just have it smash cut to a completely unrelated joke. This is a joke that I wanted to make in the last stream. I feel like I could just smash cut to this joke.
said, waste of money. He won't eat it. Mum said, a Hollywood, please.
Hollywood. How am I gonna do this? I wonder. It may need this clip.
I live with his dad, and the teacher said, don't say don't, say doesn't. And Claire
Okay. I love it when I come up with solutions to my own problems immediately after I first get them.
the Michael Rosen rap.
Okay, how does that sound?
My mum and please clap.
I'll see you.
I gave my mum and please clap.
I could have really quiet in the background and there was silence. Actually, I feel like I could get that from the tape. So I won't have to get it from the video, I could get it from the tape. I just have to find where the project is. I know it's in here.
Feel the bolts in the wall. And there you have it. Mum, Daddo, Mamie, and 8 tulips.
There it
And
is.
suddenly, one day, our teacher, Miss Goodall, said there was an inspector coming in. She said he wasn't going to inspect us. More questions, and we were doing really well. Miss Goodall was trying very hard not to look proud. And then he asked, "Who is the Queen of Holland?"
There we are. There it is.
There was silence.
Just put that there.
Please clap.
There was silence.
Quieter.
There was silence.
And then I'll just do a quick reverse joke, because why not? Copy this clip. Paste this clip. Reverse this clip. Remove the fades from this clip.
Please clap.
There was silence.
There we go. Now from there, I can just go to whatever joke I come up with next. This is a good transition point, I think. But what joke to make? That is the question on my mind, is what joke will I make? What do you think, X? X, quit dancing and help me think of funny jokes. Egbert? Can you help me think of a funny joke, Egbert? Stupid egg. Ugh. I should check my notes. So I got Please Clap out of the way. I've got the Michael Rosin. I've got Yas Queen. Make Michael sing West End Girls. That will take too much effort. Something about there weren't going to be any more Walmart. I'd want to have a story lead into that. So it's like Michael has to go to Walmart and then the Walmart closes or something. I don't know if I'll end up going with that. That's just an idea. I ate a bag of tea. I could use that at some point in the video. Make a YTP using the cassette. I didn't use it as the sole source, but I used it in this video because I could. Use the... Do the hot food smosh clip. Where... Here's what I mean, is it's in this video... They keep making jokes about how Wendy's serves baked potatoes, and I want to use this clip in here where Shane is like this.
No, but seriously, Dad, we need to talk about your starch intake.
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
There it is.
I'm worried about you.
I don't care, daughter!
Like somewhere this clip. There should be a... I think there's bloopers in here as well involving the potato scene. So... Like, I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay? That's probably gonna be where the joke leads. How do I get there? Free association is a technique that... That was a fun sound. Free association, I could use that by just trying to think of an idea. So, hot food, potatoes... baked potato, he's angry. Why is he angry, and what could he be responding to? Good question. That's why I'm trying to free associate. Potato. It's hot. What if Michael is the one trying to warn his dad that the potato's too hot, and then Dad says that, and then he eats the hot potato? Okay. Now we have the structure for the joke. Okay, we sit down to eat. The potato's a bit hot.
Food. We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot.
So I say, Watch out, Dad. The potato's really hot. And then Dad says that, and then he eats the hot potato anyway. Okay, I should probably save this actually real quick. There we go. Just in case anything happens. It's not that I'm expecting anything bad to happen, it's just I want to be on the safe side.
We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot.
Where's the script for hot food? I have it somewhere. There it is. So and then I could get the say from fast food.
To say yes. To say
Okay, so I say okay, how does this sound?
We're silent.
we sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot. So I say
And then watch out, Dad.
and he turns to us and he goes, "Watch out, everybody. The potato's really hot."
Okay. Put that here.
Nice. But my dad.
Okay. I'll just put the dad clip here and then shuffle it in.
Watch out!
Everybody.
Split again. Delete this and
Dad.
move that into here. And how does it sound?
Potato's a bit hot. So I say, "Watch out, Dad. The potato's really hot."
And Dad says, where do I get Dad says? Okay. Tea time, me and my brother, or my dad. Let's test all of those. Where's tea time?
Again, do you? And my dad says,
Okay, that's good. That's good.
"Again, do you?" And my dad says, so I say, "Watch out, Dad. The potato's really hot." And my dad says,
Okay, now I'll put the potato clip in.
No, but seriously, Dad. We need to talk about your starch intake.
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
There we go. That's the clip I want. And I'm gonna add effects to it. Perhaps chorus or vibrato or both. And maybe distortion to the audio as well. I'll start with the chorus. I will set this as a loop. So I have it going over.
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay? 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 I'm gonna eat my
Okay, that's a little too much.
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay? 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 I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Okay, that sounds good. I'm sorry for making you listen to that over and over again, but it had to be done. Now, should I add distortion? I'll try it with distortion and see how it sounds. How about this?
My dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay? 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 Potatoes, okay? I'm gonna eat my 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 potatoes.
All right, that's good. We're done with the distortion. I promise you won't have to deal with that anymore. But I want to add visual effects. And the first thing I want to do is mesh work. I'll do 6x6. And I will warp the face of Mr. Shanye top. Shanye bottom. Okay. God, I love mesh warp. I'm sorry. I'm a simple man. I see mesh warp, I use it, I laugh at it. That's how this works.
I'm gonna eat my potatoes. Yeah, it goes on.
What if I cut it off? There we go. Now it's funnier. And I also want to change the colors a bit. So what would be the best way to do that? Color balance, color corrector, color curves, color match, lab adjust, HSL adjust. How about lab adjust? Just make it red. There we go. So, let us...
please clap.
They were silent.
We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot. So I say, watch out, Dad, the potato's really hot. And my dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Okay, it needs to be faster. The pacing needs to be right then and there.
hot. And my dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Come on, don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. It's not responding. Please don't tell me that I'll have to redo all that. I don't remember the last time I hit save. So how are you? Please don't crash. Did the music end? Oh, the music did end. That was The Second Horse, the album by me, which you may buy on Bandcamp. Please buy it. You can download it for free too, as well. You can do that, but you can also pay for it because I need money. Vegas is not responding. Yep, Fantastic. Fucking hell. What? Okay. I'm turning that off because this is what I'm seeing. I am seeing the faded out white screen of death. X, stop dancing. This is a serious problem. Vegas is about to crash, and that means I'll have to redo like the last 10-ish seconds of footage. It shouldn't be that complicated, but still, it's annoying. I guess back to doing other things for the time being. Do y'all like shortwave radio? I like shortwave radio. I should change my avatar, actually. There we go. Back to Do Not Steal. The Do Not Steal edition of my avatar. There we are. I have many, mostly for characters that I've created. What is on the old shortwave? I have a few saved. There's the WebSDR at the University of Twente in the Netherlands. There's also a couple that are located in like the UK, like this one that I have bookmarked. This is a Kiwi SDR. Okay. What are we doing here? Literally anything to pass the time. While Vegas slowly crashes. Should probably hit close. Vegas Pro is not responding. So hang on while Windows reports the problem to Microsoft. And there it goes. RAP Sony Vegas. I know I still call it Sony Vegas even though it hasn't been Sony Vegas in years. What's this? Interesting. I wonder if there's any number stations that are active right now. That's something else I'm interested in. I have a lot of bookmarks. Some of these are old, so don't make fun of me for them. But some of them aren't old. Still don't make fun of me for them. Where's... my go-to resource for number stations is a website called Prion. I don't know where that is. It should be here, but I have so many goddamn bookmarks. Prion, there it is. I think it's Russian for over, like, as in, like, over and out. Next station in an hour, and it's V13, which is based out of Taiwan. Either Taiwan or China, I can't remember. It's in Chinese, and I think it's run by the Taiwanese intelligence. So, no number stations on right now, but there is still radio, and this is just shortwave radio. This is in Italian, I can tell. At some point I learned that Navi means chips. In Italian, Navi means ships. I'm gonna check on one of my friends. Well, here's the pip. Why did it go to CW mode? That's not what I want. USB. The pip is just one of those stations that's in the same family as UVB 76. That's the famous one. I can't seem to tune it right. I thought it was like an octave higher. Weird. You get the point. It's another one of those stations. It's run by not the same people, but a related organization, probably. This is normally where the squeaky wheel would be, which is also similar to the buzzer. It goes like... That's what it sounds like, except I wasn't whistling it. It was... It would sound like a beep, a proper beep. What's this? Oh my god, that's the pip again. Right. I guess it broadcasts on 2 frequencies, and this is the other one. So this is definitely the pip. The peeps. What's over here? Oh, beautiful. And what's this? Equally as beautiful. I like radio. I like shortwave radio. I have a handheld receiver. In my, personally. 4625 should be the buzzer. Can we hear it? Yep, there it is. Still buzzing away, as a buzzer ought to. Whoa, what is that? If anyone is actually watching this right now, you're watching what happens when I let my intrusive thoughts win. And when I say intrusive thoughts, I mean ADHD thoughts. It's like, oh, I like this thing. Oh, but I also like this other thing. Oh, ooh, I really like this thing. Oh, wait, back to that other thing again? Etc. Right on 5,000. If I were picking this up on my own personal radio, I'd be able to pick up WWV and or WWVH. That's a time signal station, where it just broadcasts a time signal, and then at the top of the hour it says, at the tone, 5 hours, 18 minutes, coordinated universal time. And then it beeps. That's basically all, but, it's run by NIST, National Institute of Science and Standards and Technology, and they have, I think, the most accurate clock in the world, so it's worth it. They also run WWVB, which is a long wave station. I think it's on 60 hertz or something. 60 kilohertz, and that's the station that controls radio-controlled clocks. So if you have a clock that adjusts itself to the radio, if you're in the US, it uses WWVB. If you live somewhere else, it'll probably use your country's equivalent thereof. There's one in the UK, there's one in parts of Europe, but the one that serves the US, and I think Canada and Mexico as well, is WWVB. And it can travel a long, long distance because long wave frequencies just don't get interference that much. Shortwave does have interference, but it's able to travel further than, say, AM and especially FM, because it's right in a window of the electromagnetic spectrum where it's able to bounce off of the ionosphere and then back down. And it can do that multiple times. So I literally have picked up... I live in the southeast US. I have picked up shortwave stations from New Zealand before on a really good night. That's the furthest I've ever received a signal from, and that's literally on the opposite end of the planet. Okay, not literally on the opposite end of the planet, but you know what I mean. It's basically the other side of the planet, and I was able to pick it up pretty clearly, which was awesome. What's this? Might make good sampling material. This is labeled number station. Lies, there is nothing here. Priam would say otherwise. But what about the there's another famous station. I think I'll be able to find it on here. Alright, I hope I'll be able to find it on here. It's called... It's run out of Japan by the Japanese military, I think. It sometimes transmits data, but it usually transmits just an idle signal. And the way it sounds, it's been given the nickname the Japanese slot machine. Japanese sweet potato. Japanese slot machine repair. Japanese slot machine shortwave. XSL is apparently its designation. What's the frequency? Okay, we could go here to here. We have many options for frequencies on which to potentially... Wait, no, that's in megahertz. So I need to remove the period. And the last digit. Shit. Is it here? Nope, I don't hear it. What's this? Oh, it's the pip again. I keep getting pipped. And what's this? At first I thought it looked like a fax, because fax transmissions happen on radio. But upon listening to it, it's definitely not that. Okay, let's go to 4231. Nope. 4290. Nope. Okay, 6249. What is this? It sounds like an electronic bird. 6416. Okay, there's a big thing. This is not the Japanese slot machine. If I can't pick it up, I'll just play the recording from this website. 6444. No, there's nothing there. 8312. Nope. 8587. What's this? FSK. Oh, that reminds me. These Kiwi SDR sites have built-in decoders for things like this. No, that's FFT. I want FSK. Now, I don't know what frequency, or like, this maritime, and it's 8567? Not seeing it here. CHU time. That's the Canadian time station. Ham RTTY. Let's look at the weather. DDR in Germany. Wait, no, it's DWD. Deutsche Wetterdienst. German Weather Bureau, I think, is the translation. It broadcasts pretty much constantly on shortwave on with RTTY, radio teletype, and we are picking that up and we are decoding it. Rai is basically just a test signal. Okay, the signal's worse on that one. It's not good on that one either. Pretty bad. Non-existent. This is a long wave station, so it doesn't sound the same, but it's broadcasting the same basic thing. See, 147.3 kilohertz, that's where we are now. The signal is actually much clearer because of it being on long wave instead of short wave. Okay, what else do we have? Let's just explore. Okay, we're not picking up anything here, and... Is this the pip again? Navtex. Beep, 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 beep. So, T-A-H, I think, is what it said. I'm okay at Morse code. It sometimes takes me a minute. Yeah, T-A-H. I was right. 518 Navtex. Navtex, I think, is just location information for like sailors. Yeah, because it's in the maritime category. What about ham? That's amateur radio. It's like that character from that one episode of The Simpsons whose name is Ham because he likes ham radio. Oh. So, someone must be swearing up a storm on this station. You get it, because it's a 1 kilohertz tone. Teleswitch. Wow. I don't know what any of this means. DCF 49, 0142, 010452 DST, Wednesday, 13th May 2026. I believe these are signals used for trains, like rail and other things. Like maybe it's passenger rail, maybe it's cargo rail. Who the fuck knows? I certainly don't. Vegas crashed, so we're having to make do with this instead, and this is what I thought of. Milcom. Dutch Navy. What's the Dutch Navy gossiping about? Oh, come on. Open up. Will often... Boring. Okay, back to the weather. What's the weather like? Velen Hua Meter Golfa Leon Fumun 4.5 E WT 18C. Okay, so this is just weather. It is the weather, but specifically it's the weather like over parts of the ocean in the Mediterranean and the North Atlantic, and places like the English Channel and the Black Sea. Not the Black Sea. Different seas in places in Europe. That is what this is. It sounds beautiful, doesn't it? What if we go to this frequency? This one's on shortwave, not long wave. And the signal's not as clear for some reason. Oh, it's even worse on this frequency. God damn. See, but it comes with all these extensions, and we can find things to look at, like facts. Let's try and find a fax. Loud. Still loud. What about Northwood? Northwood's not transmitting right now. This one's in Athens, but not the one in Georgia, the one in Greece. This one's from Russia, apparently. Again, we're not getting any goddamn faxes. This isn't a fax. It's decoding something that isn't there. If it were fax, it would sound very rhythmic, like... That's my impression of a fax. Back to DWD. See, this is just like an idle signal. You'll see that in the image here, when it goes to this signal, it's decoding white. Because that's how fax works. If the lower frequency is black, the higher frequency is white, anything in between is different shades of gray. So, if I put it here, the color is a little darker. If I tune it here, then it's closer to being black. Right in the middle, it's a shade of gray. You get the point. And I will stop making this sound at you now. Okay, shut up. CW, French military training. That's Morse code. CW is Morse code. I don't know why it's called CW, but... we can decode this as well. I don't know what any of this means. I mean, French military, so, okay, so this means baguette, this means croissant. There we go. Now we have unearthed the mystery of the French military. I know a bit of Morse code, but I'm not great at it. I'm bad at doing it by ear, unless it's like really slow and I can slow down and be like, okay, so that's U, right? Or is that D? I get those two confused. Quid kvsha Cloppy. Who's Cloppy? I think we've spotted another mystery. Who is Cloppy? I'll change my avatar back again. Ooh. Dot, error, comma, apostrophe, slash. And then even more mystery thingies. Ooh, then we have some AM stations.
A well-respected radio operator, he helped others make those important radio contacts by publishing their activations on the popular website DX News. On May 2nd, Alex was reported to...
KBS World Radio.
Come on.
I don't want to get demonetized. I should probably move on. Back to USB. That's F. No, it's V. It's just the letter V over and over again. This is probably a channel marker As in, there's nothing being broadcast, but they have that letter going to say this channel isn't for open use. This is being, you know, like, do not steal, basically. Don't broadcast on this frequency because it's not open, we're using it. Ooh, we got a couple of these thingies. I never know what these stations actually are. They're just fun to listen to. There's a number station that was written about for a long time, and there's a recording of it in the Conet Project, which is the most famous collection of number station recordings. It got the name the Backwards Music Station, because I guess some people thought it sounded like music being played backwards, even though it doesn't. Here's the thing, that wasn't a genuine station, it's basically an accidental transmission. What happened with that, and any time someone claimed to pick up the Backwards Music Station, is it was basically two antennas, one receiving and one transmitting, right next to each other, feeding back into each other over and over again. It's just a feedback loop between two antennas. And people thought it was a number station. Whoa. We're entering... Okay, we're not entering anything. I forgot to play that recording of the Japanese slot machine. Couldn't find the actual station. So yeah, that's used by the Japanese military. And it sounds like that when it's idle, but apparently it sounds like this when it's not idle. You could sample this and make a killer Gabber track with it. It sounds like the beat for a Gabber song. Tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this. Just add a distorted kick drum and there you go, it's Gabber. Volmet Shannon. This is an automated weather station.
Visibility 8 kilometers. Moderate rain showers. Cloud. Ceiling broken at 2,000 feet. Madrid Barajas. Forecast. Madrid Barajas. Valid from the 12th at 1 a.m.
And this is a NOAA weather radio.
At Augusta, it was
I have this one
70,
going
wind
because my interest in the emergency alert system got revived fairly recently, and I found this website which not only lets you encode your own, but also decode it from streams of NOAA weather radios.
At Asheville, it was sunny and 66. Wind southeast at 12.
So, I forgot I made this.
Spartanburg, it was sunny and 60.
I'm gonna mute that, but you can make your own, and this is the one that I just had set last time because I wanted to fuck with the text-to-speech voice as much as possible. I'm gonna warn you right now, on the count of 3, valid EAS tones. 3, 2, 1. Egbert's still up there. Maybe he's the one who caused the alert. I thought it would sound more like, you know, that kind of thing, but instead it's just reading the individual letters. I actually made one recently that where it's like an Egbert alert. I know I saved it, so I could probably play it. I think this is it. Oh yeah.
A civil authority has issued a civil emergency message for the city of Burbank in central Los Angeles County. All residents in and around Burbank are asked to watch for a small, floating egg-like creature. This creature is named Egbert. Egbert is approximately 2 inches tall, round, with a tan coloration. Egbert is considered extremely dangerous. If spotted, do not approach, and dial 911. Please stay tuned to television and radio news outlets for additional information.
He's right there. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Egbert's right there. I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours. Per 24-hour connection timeout in 1 minute. Oh, fun. So I should close that because I'm getting kicked off of it. Where did that project actually last save at? I need to open Vegas again so I can inspect the project. Inspect the project, just like the inspector from that Michael Rosen poem where it's the inspector of the project. That's me right now. I'm going to inspect the project as soon as Sony Vegas fucking opens. Sometimes I have to click it multiple times and then, like, close one of them. There we go. Now it's opening. Where did it save last time I saved? Oh, it auto-saved. Okay, but did it auto-save at the moment I was editing at? It did. Okay. Save as. Very quickly, save as streamvideo2.veg. Replace it. Yes. So, this is what we have so far. I'll probably finish working on it after the stream because this is not finished. I don't consider this finished, but it could be soon. And I just want to take a break from streaming. Streaming was fun. It's just, you know, sometimes there were problems and not everyone, people didn't watch. Anyway.
The Michael Rosen. When I was 1, I ate 1 plum. When I was 2, I ate 2 plums. And so it went on. 131 years of this. Now, Queen, get that bag. Holy shit.
Nangy lol.
In a weedy little voice, I say, I read in a book that you're around in the fish tank. And we're sitting at the table, bounce. I gave my mum a please clap.
They were silent.
We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot. So I say, watch out, Dad, the potato's really hot. And my dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Okay, we're not quite there. I need to fix that chorus effect. Because the chorus effect sounded really funny just before it crashed. So it was like here, and then modulation depth was here, feedback was like here. So
hot. And my dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
And again, I need to cut the silence here and then have it immediately cut. It needs to be as fast as possible. And then this needs to cut off a bit early as well.
My dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Okay. That's about where it was. Quickly hit save. And what did I do? I added distortion. I think I just used the tube distortion preset.
My dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Okay, that's good enough. And then for the video effects, I added mesh warp. That's what it was. I'll do 7 instead of 6. And then I fucked around because I thought it was funny to mesh warp Shanye Bottom's amazing face into a grotesque abomination. I don't know why I almost said annihilation. Okay. How does this look? I think this looks funny. I love how it distorts when I play it backwards. Whoa. I can turn him into one of those Moai statues. Big mouth. Strikes again. And then what I added after that was, I think it was HSL adjust. No, it was lab adjust. Lab adjust, and then we're just gonna make it red. There we go. So that now he is evil. So what does that look like now?
Please clap.
There was silence.
We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hot. So I say, watch out, Dad, the potato's really hot. And my dad says,
I'm gonna eat my potatoes, okay?
Okay, that's funny. I need to plug my phone in. Hang on. There we go. My phone's at 1%, so I had to put it on the charger. But I also should probably get going, just because I don't think I'm going to finish this in this stream. But why are my legs so wide? That keeps happening. There we are. So, this is the end of the stream. I hope that... Okay, how do I make that go away? There we go. This is the end of the stream. I hope that you had fun watching me edit and sometimes get frustrated about not understanding how things work sometimes. So I want to do more of these. It probably won't happen very often, and you will see the finished video when it is finished and I upload it. Yeah. Egbert, I'm talking directly to you, Egbert. Egbert, I do not like you. I don't know why you are here. I did not invite you here, and I don't know why you're here. I wish that you would go away, but unfortunately, I just have to deal with you, apparently. That's Egbert for you. Okay. Have a nice day, and be good. That was for you. That was me giving you a nice arf. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Arf.